Hey guys, how you doing? It's MK, it's your boy MKS again here. Hope everyone's well. Back at you with another video. Um, Once again, I was supposed to have planned it a bit better, but I didn't quite. With all my thoughts, I wasn't quite as organised as I planned. I went to the gym, as I said earlier in my previous video, um, and finally got back into the gym, which was like my second time this month where I've actually been. Excuse me. I've the leisure centre where I go, which has got a gym and a swimming pool. And this is the first time I've actually been. I think it was the first time in October I've actually been to the gym. But before I went swimming, but I didn't go to the gym, so I've not been keeping as active as I should be. I still walk a fair bit, but trying to get back into getting fitter again. And yeah, I went to the library. As I said before, I was going to go to the library. So and in the library, I was a bit stressed because I had all these ideas, and then when I went to sit down, I didn't organise them as much as I wanted to. So writing on Facebook was a bit difficult. And I wanted to do a bit more writing, but I had a bit of writer's block. So I did a bit of writing, but not as much as I wanted to do. And I had a few ideas. Like sometimes I was a bit, sometimes I get a bit shy or nervous about my ideas because I think people might think they're a bit crazy. But sometimes I'll be I'm a bit braver with sharing those ideas. But so like I was thinking, like try and support African music and Black musicians and dyslexic musicians around the world, and African media, Black people in the media, mentors and role models, Black and so-called dyslexic mentors, role models, and also especially from Africa. And I was even thinking of trying to support 30. Considering I've never run a business myself, unfortunately, but I think it'd be quite interesting if I managed to come up with this idea and then people said, "Oh, that's a great idea," and then people who are perhaps more experienced or successful, if you like, than I am, which wouldn't be that difficult to be, but could support 30, possibly 30 or even more entrepreneurs in every possible African country. And maths is not my strong point. I was trying to work out how much that would be, and if there's how many people that would be overall, and if there's 54 countries in Africa supposedly. So I worked that was something like 1,620, I think it was altogether. It took me a while to work it out as well, unfortunately, longer than I would have liked to admit. So as you'll probably be able to tell, maths is not particularly my strong point as well. I was thinking of the idea like when I was in the shower, so it took me quite a while to think of. So, but yeah, I'd love to be able to do that and sort of empower Africa through enterprise. And I always say 30. I don't know why. It's just like the number I have, which I try and use to organise myself and things like that. And yeah, so also perhaps to launch the careers of 30 Black dyslexic and so-called dyslexic musicians in all possible countries as well. Talking about positive representation of Black and so-called dyslexic people in the media, as I say, mentors, role models. Another thing I was thinking of talking about was how there's a Kevin O'Leary, which I talked about in my previous videos, who's dyslexic, talked about dyslexia being like a superpower because he said when he was at school, one of the teachers said that because he can write backwards and like a lot of dyslexic people write mirror writing, but he writes. I think that's what he meant anyway, writing mirror writing, or he can write. Yeah, I think that's what he meant, mirror writing. But he was saying like one of the teachers at school said that that was like his superpower. And he said when he was a kid, he believed it. So like, it's something to inspire a lot of dyslexic people, like that if they've got low self-esteem, if they believe that dyslexia can be like a superpower because you think differently and you can do things differently, not necessarily. Some areas you might be weaker, but other areas you're stronger at. So hopefully that would inspire a lot of dyslexic people as well, because like Kevin O'Leary is a really successful entrepreneur, and so I mean, if he can. I'm sure he will inspire a lot of dyslexics if they knew he's dyslexic. And but he's not the only entrepreneur. There's entrepreneurs who are probably even more financially successful and run even more businesses and things like that, like Richard Branson. And he said dyslexia actually helped him in business. By the way, I hope my voice is clear enough. But yeah, so I was thinking that a few people have been talking about on Facebook and possibly on YouTube as well, like how dyslexia is can be like a superpower in a way. Ironically, because it's generally seen as a weakness, but there's also a lot of strengths to do with dyslexia. So my runny nose seems to have come back. Since it's nearly Halloween, as I talked about in my previous video, sorry I keep reverting back to them, but I was thinking of black and stroke or dyslexic people drawing scary pictures and writing scary stories and things like that for Halloween as well. And one of my goals, I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but one of my goals would be to do a live stream of all possible scary stories or scary like YouTube story or videos or the Halloween franchise if I can. Do a live stream reaction, so that's what I'd love to be able to do if I could. If not Halloween, perhaps on another day. So yeah, I hope someone out there will like some of these ideas. I know they're a bit quirky, but yeah, as I say, because it was I said before, because it's Black history, I'm thinking of like South Africa's history, doing something about looking to South Africa's history, including about apartheid and getting different people's views on the situation, what South Africa is like today. And like a lot of people say, it's quite a miracle that they've managed to, even though they probably have a lot of problems in their economy, unfortunately, but they've managed, considering where they were before, they've done quite well. And I think they can learn a lot from India and China and places like that. And on that note, another thing I was thinking was Asia and Africa, they've got quite a lot of similarities in history. Like both continents were generally, I'm not sure about if every country in Asia was colonized, but pretty much every country in Africa was colonized, and I think Asia is very similar. Even big countries like China and India were colonized. So I think they have a lot of common ground that they could use to sort of network together and support each other to make a positive of that. So I hope to spread that idea again, and I hope people from Africa and Asia will come to support that idea. And yeah, when I was in the library, I was struggling to remember some ideas and also have the confidence or also know how to express those ideas in a way that other people would perhaps understand, because obviously my mind works a bit differently, or very differently, and a bit madly. So it's difficult to get other people to understand what my ideas are and the way I think of those ideas. And perhaps I need to think more about incentives, why I think those ideas or thoughts are quite important to me as well. Excuse me. Yeah, so kind of running out of things to say now, but yeah, so I'm thinking that I think that Africa and Asia have a good incentive to work together, especially India and Africa, because of the shared historical ties, like being colonized and being republics, and some of the things they suffered with because of that, and because of colonization, and how an external force or external country ran their country. I hope I'm making some sense, by the way. So yeah, I hope someone out there liked this video. But yeah, I was talking about before in a few of my other videos about how I think the dyslexic community, we could help each other and support each other's videos in all possible ways. So yeah, it's taken me quite a while to get the ability to upload this video. So because to borrow my mum's laptop again and all that, and I was out for quite a while. So but Hope everyone has a good time wherever you are. Anyway, I think I'm going to stop waffling because I had loads of ideas, but then when it comes to expressing them, I'm not as good at expressing them. I don't want this video to be too long. I hope it was kind of fun. I'll do my best. So hopefully one day I'll do a really fun video. Okay. Peace and love, guys. Love you guys.